I want to talk to you about credit unions that do not use check systems at all. And that's kind of cool because if you've had a problem with a bank or a credit union in the past, you do not want to actually jeopardize your chances of account approval, right? So here's a review I want you to think about. Number one, I want you to think about PenFed. PenFed is a great credit union that does not use check systems at all. And what's great about PenFed is that it is actually available to everyone, so you don't have to have some military affiliation or geographic affiliation or actually work for a specific sort of company to actually qualify. So everybody is everybody qualifies for a PenFed membership. So that's kind of cool, and you're able to actually have a digital wallet with a checking account. So that's kind of cool. So you are able to pay your friends and family. So that's really fantastic. Okay. And when you think about the products that PenFed really has this year, you will be really pleased because PenFed is actually the number two credit union in the nation after Navy Fed. And PenFed actually offers a variety of financial products, including checking and savings account. You have MMAs, so money market accounts. You have CDs, certificates of deposit, and also retirement accounts. So from a banking perspective, you have a full suite of banking products. So PenFed is really good, and members can also access loans such as auto loans, personal loans, mortgages, and student loans. So PenFed actually provides also credit cards with competitive rewards and benefits. So that's really fantastic. Next, you have Alternatives Federal Credit Union. So what we love about Alternatives is that here you have a credit union that doesn't use the check systems, and also pretty fast too. Great customer service. So this is kind of cool. But the only problem is with unlike PenFed, actually Alternatives is actually geo restricted. So you gotta actually live in a certain area to qualify, and so basically this could be a little problematic. So you are looking at New York. So this is if you are in New York, no problem. Now you could qualify by donating to a third-party charity, but you have to accept at that time actually online banking. If you're looking for credit unions that don't use check systems this year, I want you to think about Navy Fed. I mean, Navy Fed is really one of the biggest, if not the biggest. The biggest credit union in the nation, if not the world, actually. And it's actually not the number one in the States before PenFed. And so Navy Fed is kind of cool. And Navy Fed does not actually use check systems. The only problem is that you have to actually have an affiliation with the military. So either through your job or through your family, through biology or through geography. Okay, so you or a family member must be an active duty, retired, or a veteran of the armed forces to join. And so that's really the only problem, because otherwise Navy Fed is really fantastic. But yeah, in terms of eligibility, this is a little problematic because not everybody has some kind of affiliation with the DoD, really, when you think about it. So it is what it is. But from a banking point of view, first of all, Navy Fed is federally insured by NCUA, and the company actually offers checking and savings account, including CDs, MMAs, retirement savings accounts, and more. And you also have, as a member, you have access to credit cards and loans such as auto loans, personal loans, home loans, and student loans. So basically, the same thing that PenFed offers, Navy Fed actually offers the same thing, if not more. And Navy Fed actually offers a mobile and online banking and has several physical branches and ATMs. So that's kind of cool. And next, you have, if you're looking for a credit union that does not use check system this year, I want you to think about Cardinal Credit Union. So Cardinal is kind of cool in terms of flexibility. So anyone can join. So there is no geo restriction. So that's kind of cool. Okay. And this is actually the official credit union of the Cleveland Browns. So even though they are affiliated with Cleveland, you can join regardless of where you are at. Okay. And here is a credit union that's federally insured by NCUA. By the way, NCUA is the credit union equivalent of FDIC. It just means your money is insured up to $250,000 Okay, this is good. And so Cardinal Credit Union offers checking accounts, savings accounts, and credit cards. It also multiple loan options and services available to members include mobile banking, online banking, telephone banking, and shared branching. So that's really fantastic and pretty. Like I said, from a flexibility point of view, you'll be really pleased. If you're looking for credit unions that don't use ChexSystems this year, I want you to consider Midland Credit Union. And Midland is kind of cool also because it allows you to be approved real fast. Now, the only problem with Midland is that, I mean, it's not a problem per se, but it's actually it could be a problem for some people. The only thing is Midland is geo restricted. So geo restricted to what? Iowa. So you gotta live or work in one of several counties in Iowa, and so like you must live in Polk and contiguous counties. So we're speaking about Story, Jasper, Marion. You have Warren, Madison, Dallas, and Boone, and this is in Iowa. But yeah, and so Midland actually Credit Union offers checking accounts, savings accounts, credit cards, and loan options. It also offers e-services, mobile banking, and more. So with Midland, you have to really account for this geo restriction. Okay, but overall, fantastic credit union. Also, you have State Department Federal Credit Union. This credit union, SDFCU, is a really fantastic credit union that's available to everybody nationally. The only problem is, I mean, you have to be affiliated with the Department of State, have organizational affiliates, have a family relation, or be a member of the American Consumer Council. Now, if you listen to this show, your best shot at becoming a member of SDFCU is to actually be a member of the American Consumer Council, because not everybody has affiliation with DOS, right? Not everybody is a diplomat or has a diplomat in the family. So, you know, you got to think about that. But with SDFCU, you have access to low loan rates, free checking, rewards, and other exclusive services. And this is kind of cool. And the cool thing is that you have a credit union that offers a checking, savings, and youth accounts. Their youth accounts are really, really good, by the way. So if you have children, if you have teenagers, and you're trying to really solidify the family budgeting process, then actually opening a youth account through SDFCU can actually help. And you can apply for credit cards and loans for various financial needs. So this is kind of cool. So to start your membership, SDFCU will deposit $1 into a savings account in your name. So that's kind of cool. Next, I want you to think about Brooklyn Cooperative Federal Credit Union. So, I mean, Brooklyn Cooperative FCU is kind of cool, but as the name implies, you got to be related to New York geographically, at least. You know, this is an important element to think about. So that's really right off the bat. That's a geo restriction feature that may not appeal to folks who live outside of New York State. Okay, and the thing is that Brooklyn Cooperative FCU has its own way of screening new accounts instead of relying on ChexSystems. So if your main issue has been with the ChexSystems bank, this may be a great option for you. Okay, and so we actually recommend their simple checking account as an easy way to manage your money. And the account actually comes with an ATM or a debit card and includes unlimited debit transactions. You also get access to online banking with bill pay and four free ATM withdrawals every single month. There is a low monthly service fee of $6 and can be waived if your balance remains above $1,200. Okay, so this is kind of cool. And but again, remember the geo restriction, aspect of it, because as the name would suggest, Brooklyn Cooperative FCU extends membership to anyone who has a connection to one of their eligible districts in Brooklyn and Queens. So this is kind of cool. Next, you have Compass Credit Union. So this is another great credit union that does not use ChexSystems. So instead of referring to ChexSystems, Telecheck, or EWS, Compass Credit Union requires a proper form of ID to become a member and get an account. And the company offers membership to anyone who lives, works, worships, volunteers, or attends school in actually Oswego County. So you have this sort of geo restriction capability there as well. So once you deposit $5 into a savings account to establish your membership, you can apply for a share draft checking account that comes with all the necessities, and the account comes with access to online and mobile banking. You also have, in some cases, optional direct deposit, so that's kind of cool, and even a free first box of checks. So, I mean, we like this account because there are no minimum balance requirements and no monthly service fees, okay? So this is kind of cool. So, long story short, pretty decent credit union. If you are looking for a credit union that does not use ChexSystems this year, I want you to think about North Georgia Credit Union. And so North Georgia Credit Union is really cool because they have great customer service. Okay, you have an institution that's federally insured by NCUA, but you have the geo restriction thing because, as the name implied, you must be a resident of one of several counties in Georgia. So, and you also basically this is a pretty good institution because it is a member of the League of Southeastern Credit Unions and Affiliates, okay? So you got to be a resident of Stevens, Franklin, or Hart, and Rabun counties in Georgia. Also, those affiliated with one of a number of participating employee groups can join. So this is kind of cool. And also, North Georgia Credit Union offers checking and savings account and a number of loan options. And this is kind of cool, okay? And next you have Financial Trust FCU, Financial Trust Federal Credit Union, a fantastic credit union to really think about. So if you live, work, worship, volunteer, or attend school in Erie County, you are eligible for a second chance checking account with Financial Trust FCU. And the cool thing is this account has been crafted to actually provide you, if you have past financial hardships, a second chance at proper money management, okay? And now this account has a $10 monthly maintenance fee, so be ready to pay that. But with that, you are able to access full checking capabilities. So to open your own second chance checking account, stop by your local branch to get started, and your new account will allow you access to all the following benefits. You have a free bill pay, Visa check card, direct deposit, and unlimited check writing, okay? And Financial Trust Federal Credit Union has actually a location in Cheektowaga. You have West Seneca, Orchard Park, Grand Island, Blaisdell, and Buffalo. For, this is kind of cool, but we're speaking here about what? We're speaking about New York State. So again, another element of geographical restriction. If you're looking for credit unions that don't use ChexSystems, I want you to think about Gennesse Valley Federal Credit Union. Fantastic credit union. So basically, this credit union has a fresh start checking account that allows you to actually manage your finances. And the account actually is available for a low monthly maintenance fee of $6 and comes with consistent financial support from the staff at Gennesse Valley Federal Credit Union. So this is kind of cool. And this account actually is a great account because it gives you access to a full suite of banking products. So you have bill pay services, online and mobile banking, and e-statements. And you'll be able to upgrade to a free checking account after 6 months without any negative activity. And to open your own account, you want to visit one of their locations to get started, okay? And so they have locations in Gennesse, Warsaw, and Dansville. Next, you have Meridia Community Credit Union. So Meridia is actually another great credit union that doesn't use ChexSystems. And so if you have had problems in the past with ChexSystems, but your credit has actually remained intact, Meridia Community Credit Union could be a great option for you. And the company refers to your credit report to determine your eligibility. As long as there are not too many negative entries, you should have no problem getting an account. So basically, they do not use ChexSystems, but they use your credit report. So they'll check they'll do a hard pull. By the way, they do a hard pull on your TransUnion, on your Equifax, but also on your Experian credit reports. And Meridia offers one general checking account that doesn't require an initial deposit, an initial opening deposit, or even a minimum balance. And the account also comes with overdraft protection, free mobile check deposit, and a free Visa debit card. So that's really good from a scalability point of view. Okay, and you will need to apply for a membership to Meridia Community Credit Union, and once approved, you can add checking to your account on the company's website or in person at one of its branches in Hamburg and Eden. So that's really fantastic there. If you're looking for the best credit unions that don't use ChexSystems this year, I want you to think about Mohawk Progressive Federal Credit Union, a fantastic one. And to apply for a checking account at this credit union, all you need is a valid form of identification. And so regardless of your history with ChexSystems, Telecheck or EWS, you may still be able to get an account. And their general share draft checking account comes with all the necessities while avoiding unnecessary fees. There is no minimum balance requirements, no monthly service charge, and no per check fees. So that's kind of cool because it gives you the flexibility you need in the first place. And you also have the ability to have your first 40 checks for free. And so to become a member of Mohawk ProgressiveFCU, you must live in a certain area, okay? And it's one of those things where you have to see what works for you. You also have Neighborhood Trust Federal Credit Union. So Neighborhood Trust Federal Credit Union is kind of cool also in terms of flexibility. So they only require a valid form of government issued ID as well as a proof of address when you apply for an account. If you have negative marks with ChexSystems, this may be a good option for you, okay? And but you get this company offers a one general share drop checking account that provides you with a simple and affordable way to access your money. There is a required $25 opening deposit and a $6.50 that can be waived if you keep a minimum balance of $500 or enroll in a qualifying direct deposit. And share draft checking includes a debit card, checks, online, and mobile banking, as well as free e-statements. So that's kind of cool. And so to become a member of Neighborhood Trust FCU, you can apply online or visit their location in New York City. So this is kind of cool, especially because it gives you the flexibility you need in the first place. You also have People's Alliance Federal Credit Union. This is really good because this credit union is kind of cool because basically if you apply for an account at People's Alliance, they won't look at your ChexSystems report or EWS status. Instead, they will use Telecheck to determine if you are eligible for an account. Out of their several different checking accounts options, you have actually the standard checking account the best, okay? And standard checking is actually inexpensive and includes all the basics. You won't need to worry about any minimum balance requirements or monthly maintenance fees. So if you want an account that earns dividends or is designed for members of 55 or older, they have options for that as well. So this is kind of cool. So in terms of ChexSystems in general, remember, I want to share with you some considerations here. ChexSystems is actually a financial database that financial institutions use to evaluate the risk of potential customers based on their financial history. So if you have a record of overdrafts, bounced checks, or other banking issues, you might be reported to ChexSystems, and this information can remain on your record for up to 5 years, okay? And so credit unions, as financial institutions, they use ChexSystems too as part of their account approval process. So, basically, if you are able to have a credit union that doesn't check ChexSystems, then you are really safe because you are able to open an account no problem real fast. So I just share with you the 15 credit unions that do not check ChexSystems as part of their account approval process. So that's kind of cool in terms of flexibility when you think about it. So in closing remarks here in today's conversation, I'll share with you the credit unions that don't use ChexSystems this year. I'll give you the review, the considerations, and the closing remarks. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.